Hello, welcome back to Benusushi LiveNoding. In this episode, we're gonna be creating this setup right here. I call it weave or waffle. So basically, it's some kind of grid that's kind of crisscrossing each other. Um, I'm pretty sure I've touched something similar in the past, but it's actually much simpler now. And so let's get started. We're gonna start with a plane. And this plane we're gonna use a UV connection very quickly, and we're gonna have two planes, and one will be using the U, the other one is gonna be using the V. And let's save this real quick. So waffle, weave, and let's right click and then have a look at the result. You're gonna get nothing spectacular. Let's try 4x4 and center it, and also turn on separate. So we definitely need to turn on separate and slice. Okay, so we're not gonna be working on the poly, we want it to be edges. So if we bake each one of them, we're gonna get this result. And this guy, of course, has some points. And let's increase the points, and let's see. We can perhaps also lengthen the grid or shorten it rather, and try to get that kind of weave pattern. And let's see if we need to increase or decrease this line. I guess we don't need to worry about that too much, as long they're kind of crisscrossing each other. And so let's see what we got. We can actually now use the offset line or the contour line, the contour 2D. If I'm not wrong, they will work only on a flat surface, and I think both of our creation here is already flat, so it should work right away. You might see here, one is giving 1 here, one single data, the other one giving 4. We perhaps need to join it first. Join the top one. Okay, now the next thing we do is just plug this guy in. Or actually, yeah, we mesh join it, and then we want to also join them together. So let's join the edges informations and also the vertices informations, and then we join them together. And if we plug this guy in, we're gonna hopefully see something interesting. Okay, we have two results. Okay, that guy is giving an error. Wonder why. List index out of range. Okay, interesting. Let's do the contour 2D first. With this guy, we can have this result. Maybe we need to remove double. Actually, we don't need to do that. Vertices. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, apparently I need to join it at level 1. So now we get the result that I was thinking of. So this is more like I call it like a waffle. I don't know. There's probably another name. If I bake it out, we can have this, right? This is a mesh. If we duplicate it again, if we convert it to curve and work in 2D, we can have this, which is really nice. See this kind of result, and that you get that for free. So that's one way, but there's another one up here. Using offset line, we get this guy right here, which is completely a polygon. We can bake it out, we can smooth it, and if we randomize it, they're actually kind of separate over there, so we can really kind of make like a zigzag interweaving pattern. So let's go back to SphereChalk here, and then right before offset line we can use randomize in the Z. So this is what I want to show you, and this is really cool because you can increase the line and you're still gonna get this interweaving pattern. And let's switch back to 4x4. So if we bake it out, we get this design, right? Which is, if we turn on the ambient occlusion, you can see there's kind of like a crisscrossing each other. If you actually take a bit of care here, instead of randomize, you can use like a sine pattern, like ups and down, to make it like a better looking weaving pattern. You can definitely try doing that. For now, let's see what I'm gonna do. I'm basically gonna bake this. So this is a single surface, and then we can use something like let's try this on a cube, and I'm gonna subdivide it and apply. And I will be using this add-on called Tissue. I think Alessandro Zomparelli, I think that's the name of the developer. You have this right here, the element, and then you have this target. You can combine the two using Tissue tool. You simply, not the dual mesh, this one, this guy right here. You can simply tessellate. So select this and select that, and then you can tessellate. Oh, now we have a pop-up. That's interesting, that's new. And we can use some of the options. I'm just gonna leave it as it is, but reduce the scale to 0.05. Assign. Now what's gonna happen is that we have this kind of wafer pattern on this object. So it's gonna go like kind of like if you are weaving the objects. And if we actually turn on merge, that's gonna give a different result. Turn on merge, so it's gonna merge based on the distance. Try it, and hopefully this kind of doing something interesting. So it's gonna go in and out. There's an overlap there, but maybe we can even smooth it. Kind of like it behaves more like a cloth pattern. This is not something that's easily done. Okay, there's a little bit of untidiness happening, but somehow I think this is still kind of interesting. Perhaps with our creation here, it's a good idea to just increase the size. So we have like more like a proper weaving, and then also increase the amplitude there. Okay, there's a overlap, but that's okay. Randomize the seed until we get the one that we like. Yeah, I think that's okay. Bake it again. Use it again with Tissue add-on. Tessellate. Okay. So we have something that's more like a weave. So this is kind of nice. I guess we can smooth it. Now this is getting somewhere, I think. From far away, we don't see the overlapping. We can definitely make this a bit more tidier, but you can see the whole thing is like a procedural, and it's really nice process. And I guess this can be useful for you, I guess, depending on what you're doing. Maybe you can create like a 3D material that's behaving more like a cloth. So we can give that a try. Maybe turn this into cloth simulations and then see what happens. Or 3D printed it and see if it's working. And so yeah, that's pretty much it for this live noding. Hopefully you enjoy this. Let me know what you think. Any feedback, suggestion, and it's all welcome. And thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Bye.